This week, just had a climbing competition at my gym, so I'm not really sure about the grading. I left the grades about the same, where just kind of the colors of the holds. So I guess mainly green and red this week. No purple, unfortunately. None of them seemed really approachable for me, but let's get into it. Starting off with the first climb of the day, with this green one here. Um, there's quite a few people down here. I guess probably a lot of people wanted to try out the new set um, from Saturday. But fortunately, this first climb, I didn't really understand how to do it. I've never done any sort of competition bouldering before, so it's all new to me, the different sets, styles, and all that stuff. So a little bit confused, not super used to it, but I tried to heel hook and I was like really trying to get any sort of grip on that just to hold me against the wall. I almost got it where I could touch it, but ended up not being able to do it. I will come back later to that one though. So then I tried this red one right next door to it. The green one's just off to the left of this climb here. Able to work my way up and around here. This is actually a really fun set, I was thinking so far, just because it's a lot of side to side movement. It's not just climbing ladders. There's no real ladder climbs in this set, which I don't know. For me, I'd take the harder climbs than, you know, thinking it's super easy. This first one, I tried to step up there. I stepped up. This green one also was a really interesting one because, as you can see, you basically have nothing to hold on to for the finishing hold. But what you do have is this nice like ledge sitting out there. And so what I did is I just kind of straddled it. I sat down, kind of squeezed it with my thighs, and then I was like, okay, I got to kind of lean over, and then I like touched it with two fingers there, and that was that. This yellow one, I thought it was a purple, so I was a little scared of it at first, but then I realized, nah, these are way too big of volumes to be anything less than a yellow climb. So I I don't know. This one was pretty easy, but it was fun to like actually have to get up onto something and then hold balance and then climb your way across. And I was able to match top hold and drop off. This red one here is probably the closest to a quote unquote ladder that they had set, but even still with this one here, you still had quite a bit of movement where it's not just like five holds in a row in the same direction. It was you really had to make sure you get your feet right, and then we still went out to the left, then came back over to the right, and I really enjoyed that climb. Honestly, a good climb. I think that would have been a good climb to start with. Now this climb here, this is one of those climbs where I have no idea how to do this one. Um, I I think maybe I need to get my left foot up, or not my left foot up, my right foot up first, but I just couldn't get a good grip on that volume, and it was not working out for me. So instead, I decided to go kind of next door to this red one here. I did slip off of that one there, but that was only because I didn't realize that was a red hold right there that I could grab onto. Um, coming up here, I guess actually no, this was probably the closest to a ladder, but even still, this was not an easy ladder. You still had to get your feet right. I was able to stand up there, kind of use that to stabilize myself a little bit, but then I switched back, just get my legs straight on this one. Then I was able to get my foot up there after switching over to my right hand up there, match that, went up with my right hand again, got my foot on there, and then was easily able to match the top. Felt pretty good about that one, even if I did slip a little bit on it, but that's okay. Mistakes can always happen. This red one was kind of interesting. You kind of go up and around on here, and a lot of nice flowy movement here. It was good. You ended directly above where you started, but you had to make this big sweeping move out to the right. Up next, this green one. I don't know what the heck was this green one here. There was absolutely no grip on that hold there. I was really trying to like, I guess I had to really shift my weight over a lot more. I just couldn't do it, or I didn't feel comfortable doing it, and so I wasn't able to get that. This climb was interesting. You're supposed to start with 2 hands touching that bottom hold. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing here is cheating. You can let me know in the comments if I am cheating or not. So I just had to get down there. I almost fell off. I was like, okay, I'm going to just stabilize myself. I crouched down. Then I stood up, grabbed that. And then this was a fun climb because this wasn't a difficult climb, and it wasn't a ladder either. It was a very simple looking climb. But the cool part of it was it's just a commit. You just have to really trust your right foot and then stand up. And there was really nothing else hard about that climb. It's more of a mental blockage one, which is always fun. Next up, this green one here. I gave it a decent attempt. I think I could have done much better on it. I try it a little bit later in the session, but I don't get any further, unfortunately. This red climb was probably the easiest climb I did. This is, I guess this is like the ladder climb of the bouldering competition, where there really wasn't anything special about this. It was more me just like making sure my feet were good, and then I'm able to match the top pretty simply. This green one was fun. It is like technically a ladder climb, but honestly, it was difficult enough for myself that, I didn't mind it being just a straight up ladder. I do enjoy this sequence here where it's kind of you get to use the different volumes to kind of help you up there. And then very, very not elegant here, but you know what? I'm gonna take that as a win. This one here, I try to step up here and I just immediately my foot slips off because I don't get it right in the crease there. So then I put it on that hold and I'm kind of off to the races here. Now, I think my favorite part of this one was you are using holds, but you're really more matching like, if this was like if I was a stronger climber and that was a harder climb, there would be no holds there and you'd just kind of be like using your body weight to kind of anchor yourself to the volume, which I thought was kind of interesting. This yellow climb was as expected with basically any yellow climb, just a ladder. I mean, as you can see, there's about 50,000 yellow holds on this wall. I don't think, there's any way I could possibly miss any of these. They're all nice, good edges, nice jugs, big holds that, even, someone who's never rock climbed before could easily make it approachable. But that's an inevitability with climbs that are, basically below V0. Up next is this red climb. They like to set a red climb in this area of the gym. It seems like quite a bit, which I love because that's right around where I feel most comfortable climbing. And a note about this climb here is this is another commit climb where, you just kind of pull yourself up and you kind of hold yourself and locked off there. And then you just reach up and grab that last hold. And so it feels kind of good. This green climb, this is unfortunately the second time me doing this. I had done it the first time, totally fine, but I forgot to record. So I was like, you know what? I got to go back and record this because I really enjoyed this climb. My favorite part is just you're not, you flag your foot there, like I've learned, and you use that to help just counterbalance yourself, but you're not really holding on to a great hold there, and it kind of feels good. And we're now back to this climb here. And this is where I kind of realized, yeah, maybe I should be using my left foot. And I was just trying everything to like somehow get my left foot up there. I was trying to hold onto it weird. I was trying to hug it differently. And I was like, maybe I need to start differently. So I like got off and then moved my feet around and I was like, okay, here. But then immediately all my weight was on my left foot. So I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. And that it might look like a nice edge, but it's not angled in that well. It's not even flat. It's a little bit, negative slope on it. So it just wasn't working for me. So where are we now? Oh yeah, we're back over here. Oh, we're attempting this one again. So I attempted this one again and I just really couldn't get anything going on this. What I needed to do was match my feet onto that hole, that bottom hold that my right foot was on, and then bring my right foot out to that little foothold sticking out from the wall. But neither here nor there. We're back to the climb I started off the session with. I was thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe I've warmed up quite a bit and I might be able to do this now with some ideas. What I'm thinking is where my left foot is, I think I need to put my left foot further down on the volume towards the tip of it. So I have more room to lean into the wall. And so I'm not kind of falling off of the wall. I'm kind of leaning into the wall to counterbalance myself. Unfortunately, I realized that kind of afterwards, and I was like, kind of like not really feeling up for it, unfortunately. So I was like, I got to finish off the climbing session with a success. So I was like, I'll finish it off with this yellow one, which looking back on it now, I really should have finished it off with a red or green climb that I can do, because this just didn't really, like, this isn't very satisfying to me to climb a yellow climb like that. But tail of the tape. 3 for 3 on yellow, 8 for 7 on red because of the one that I think I probably cheated on. So neither here nor there. But green, 14 for 14 attempts with 5 completions. I don't feel that bad about it, because the climbs that I didn't get were a lot more technical than I think I'm used to seeing. And moving forward, it's only gonna support me in the future. So hopefully this next 1 to 2, maybe 3 weeks, I'll get a little more situated with competition climbing boulders and be able to do a lot better with them. And I think next session I'll be able to work on even a new section again, because they were working on that today, setting it. So, there's looking forward to that one as well. That's all for this video. Have a great day.